Hey, what's going on? So, I was thinking the other day that I should make a video based on what I was looking for when I was doing my research. I guess I felt that I needed more information as far as what to expect. And so I feel like since I've been through this for the last 7 weeks now, I can actually speak on my experience and maybe share, and this will help somebody else that's going through it right now, or even somebody who's getting ready for the procedure itself. So I had a tummy tuck with liposuction done on May 31st. And so I guess for me, what I wanted to know was what was it going to feel like as far as pain. So in the very beginning, the surgery was not as bad as I expected. I expected to be in a lot more pain than I actually ended up in. And so I was pretty grateful for that. I mean, I was prepared for the pain anyway because, like I had been wanting to do this for a long time. So it was like, regardless of what the pain was like, I was going to deal with it. So I was pretty glad when it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. So I took pain medicine for the first 4 days. I took it on day 5 again because I was having my drain removed and I was kind of scared about how that would feel, so I took it on day 5 just to make sure I would be okay. And actually, that was not as bad as I expected it to be either. Taking out the train didn't feel like anything. I didn't even feel her pull it out. So that was a plus. So my drain came out really soon. I didn't have a lot of fluid from day to day, so they made the decision to take it out really soon. Um, as far as pain, the real pain that I felt was in my back from crouching over or bending over to reduce the tension on the scar. My back hurt a lot, and so for me, that was the most uncomfortable feeling that I had. The most painful feeling I had was the back pain. Um, and so to help with that, I bought a shower chair so that when I got into the shower, I could be comfortable in getting my business done and not be rushing out of the shower because my back was hurting me. So I felt like the shower chair was definitely one of my best purchases for my recovery. So that was my back pain. So then, as far as the binder, so I wore a binder for the first 4 weeks. The binder did seem to help as far as the swelling because when I took it off, I felt like I was getting swollen faster. So I wore the binder the 4 weeks as my doctor recommended, but I didn't like wearing it and I felt very confined. And I have, as I talked about in some of my other videos, I have this crease-in pleated kind of situation going on my right side, and the binder kind of dug into that and made it more painful. The other thing that I found to be pretty uncomfortable was the liposuction areas as well, because those are pretty sore. I thought that that hurt more than my scar did. So I had a lot more pain in my liposuction areas. So I did a lot of massaging from the very beginning. I bought this Palmer's skin therapy oil and I used that to massage my stomach and my sides. And it just helped to make it feel better. I recently started using that on my scar itself as part of my kind of scar treatment. I haven't bought anything else besides that just because I'm not really that concerned about the scar to go spend any extra money to go buy anything. So I have read that massaging the scar helps to break down the scar tissue below, and which in turn helps to make the scar look smoother. So I started doing that about week 6 when the scar wasn't as uncomfortable. And so I started massaging the scar, and I can already feel a difference since I started doing that last week to this week. As far as how my scar feels, it's a lot smoother. And so I'm pretty pleased with what it looks like. No complaints as far as that. I have a little list that I'm kind of going through to kind of make sure I talk about. Yeah, so week 6, I started working out. And from the beginning, I was really swollen all the time. Week 6, I started to see less and less. Week 7, I've seen less swelling in this week than I have in the past. When I started working out, my swelling had gone really back to almost like to the beginning. That very first week when I worked out, I felt like I had just had the surgery done and I was really swollen. But this week, I've seen less swelling. So when I wake up in the morning, my stomach looks pretty flat, and by the evening time, it looks pretty similar to what I did in the morning. So I'm seeing less swelling on week 7. So for me, I'm pretty pleased with that. For me, it tells me that I'm recovering and that things are going really well. I think the other thing that I wanted to say too is that when you have this done and you have all the swelling and everything doesn't look as nice as you expected it to look, you kind of start second guessing or, doubting that you made the right decision. And I know I've seen a lot of people say that on here too. And I was like, why would you even doubt it? But when you're in it, you kind of you don't see the results that you wanted to see right off the bat. And so it makes you kind of start to doubt yourself, especially for myself. I had this creasing look and I really was like, did I make the right choice? Did I choose the right doctor? Did they do a good job? Even though they reassured me and then they reassured me that it would heal properly, I was still worried that it wouldn't. But I see that it has. And so now I'm like, okay, what a relief, So while you're going through it, just remember that everything is not going to be perfect as soon as you get done. And sometimes it just takes some time for you to heal, for you to really see the results that you want to see. And so that's where I am right now. I'm still just watching and waiting for the final results. And I've started working out again. And so now I feel like I'll see more results now that I'm working out. Now that I've had the surgery done, I can really see results, especially in my ab section that I couldn't see before with all the extra skin. So I am pretty pleased with my procedure at this point. I do have one area that I think might be a dog ear, but that will be for another video at another time. If you have any questions, like I say, shoot me or leave them below and I'll be sure to answer. Alrighty, bye.